Today we start with the topic cell, part 2. And in this, you see there is usually question asked in the ATP paper, that is paper 4, to prepare the slide of animal cell. So today we'll discuss how the preparation of animal cells is done to prepare a slide. Now, first of all, we cut a cube of fresh liver cell. You see, fresh liver cell is available in the market. You get the liver cell of liver of goat, and from there cut a piece, so about section of 1.5 centimeter square. Then what you do, cut that after that piece, take that piece, and with the help of spatula, scrape the cut end of the liver. You see, when you scrape with the spatula, some material will gather on the spatula. Transfer that cell into a clean glass slide. You see, that glass slide is actually the microscopic slide. Okay. Third point, add. Now, after putting into what you do in the glass slide, add 1 drop of methylene blue. Methylene blue is a stain. And you see that why do we use stain? We use stain to make clear. The cells will be clear when it is stained. Okay, to make the parts clear, we stain it with methylene blue. Add 1 drop of methylene blue, and then add 1 drop of methylene blue and 1 drop of glycerine. Glycerin, it is used in stain preparation. Glycerin and stain methylene blue and glycerin chemical, these are used in the preparation of cell. Then what you do, next step, we stir the material, mix the material. It means stir the cells. Stir the cells. Okay. Stir the cells so that glycerin and stain mix together. Stain and glycerin. Stain and glycerin together. And leave it for 30 seconds. (30 to 60 seconds). Leave it for 30 to 60 seconds. Time can be adjusted to the depth of stain required. So we are putting it up to 32 seconds. Now you can increase the time to adjust the depth of the stain. Place a clean, dry cover slip. Now you see the next step is place a clean, dry cover slip. Small piece of it is a small piece of thin material which is covered over the specimen. Place the clean dry cover slip over the preparation. Over the preparation. Then wrap a filter paper around the slide. Wrap a filter paper. Wrap a filter paper around the slide and cover slip. Next step, after wrapping the filter paper, place the slide on a bench. On a bench. And press hard with thumb. Press hard with thumb. Press hard with thumb on the filter paper. Why do we on the filter paper over the cover slip? See, why do this? Filter paper will absorb the excess stain and glycerin. Now, the last part is place the slide on the microscope. On the microscope, naturally we will view the slide. So we place the slide on the microscope for viewing. First on low power and then on low power and then on high power. Okay, children, just I'll repeat it once more so that I explain the points again. For the preparation element slide, this question usually comes in the ATP paper. Remember that this questions comes in the ATP paper. How will you prepare an element slide? But sometimes given the theory paper too, also. So the method is the best method. You see, it is not advised to use cell from our cheek cells. We can take also, but it is not advised now. It is better to take a fresh liver cells, and from the fresh liver cells, cut a section of about 1.5 centimeter square. Then with that, take that piece with the help of spatula. A spatula is an apparatus in the dissecting box. A spatula is a spoon-shaped structure. Now with the help of spatula, cut the scrap end of the liver. We cut the scrap end of the liver, and you see some material will collect on that spatula. Then what you do, you transfer the cell into a clean glass slide. Clean microscopic glass slide, small glass slide. That is called microscopic glass slide. To transfer that material into the glass slide, clean microscopic glass slide. And then what you do, you put 1 drop of methylene blue and 1 drop of glycerin. Methylene blue is stain, and glycerin is also to fix the material. Glycerin is also added to fix the material and make the views and to make the image clear. Then what we do, we just stir the cells. Now stir that material, stain and glycerin together, and leave it for 30 to 60 seconds. It depends upon you. You can increase the time if you want to. Adjust the depth of stain required. So you leave it for 30 seconds. That is 30 to 1 minute. And then what you do, you put a clean glass slide over the cover slip. Put a clean, dry cover slip on that material. Wrap it with filter paper around the slide and cover slip, and put it on a bench or table. Press it with a little hard. Don't apply force. Press it a little hard with the thumb. You see, this is glass. You might break the cover slip or the slide if you put pressure. Don't put pressure. Just put a little hard, gently on the filter paper. So what will happen? The filter paper absorbs the excess stain and glycerin. Then what you do? You put that slide on the microscope for viewing. Now, why do we observe it first on the low power? Because you see, in low power, the material, the low power, the low power slide, the low power is important because it won't damage the cell. Okay, it won't damage. The objective lens of the low power is small, and it won't damage the cell. While if you observe it in high power, the objective lens is a little larger in size, and you won't be aware that the objective lens is touching the slide, and if you keep on moving the slide, it might damage the slide and break the slide on the covers on the microscope. So first we observe it under low power because the objective lens is smaller. Then if it is clear, then change it into high power, and then you can see it clearly. Is it clear? So this was about the preparation of animal slide. Now we've moved on to the next topic, that is preparation of plant side. So how we'll prepare the plant side? We'll discuss that one by one. It is in the same way, but it is a little different from the stain is different from the animal cell. So we will prepare the plant cell slide. How will preparation of plant cell slide? Preparation of plant cell slide. Now the steps here is the same, but it is a little different. There's a little different from here. First point. Now where we will take the material from? You see, you take onion, remove the upper dry leaf, the scaly leaves of the onion. Then after removing that scaly leaf, there will be a transparent layer. So that is called epidermal layer. So peel off thin epidermal layer after removing the dry outer layer of Is it clear? First, you remove the dry, that is the brown color covering of the onion. You take onion, remove the outer dry leaves of the scaly leaves of the onion. Then inside there will be fleshy layer. Above the fleshy layer is a thin layer of epidermal cells. So you peel off one layer of epidermal cells. Then what you do? Number two, you take a small section of epidermal. Take a section of epidermal layer. We'll take a small section of epidermal layer. Then what we do? We place it on a clean glass slide. Place it on a clean place it on a clean glass slide. And place it on a clean glass and put 1 to 2 drops of. Put 1 to 2 drops of iodine Or you can use another specimen that is called saffronin. It is used for plant cell stain, red stain. You can either use 1 to 2 drops of iodine or saffronin. This is a stain. On the specimen. Okay. Is it clear? We place that epidermal cells on a clean glass slide. After putting it, put 1 to 2 drops of iodine solution or saffron solution. Both are stain, and that is used for a plant section and for staining. And then what we do? Leave it for 2 to 3 minutes. Leave it for 2 to 3 minutes. I'll leave it for 2 to 3 minutes. Or leave it for 2 to 3 minutes. Next is add 1 to 2 drops of glycerine. As I told you that in glycerin, the image become clear. You can see clearly the image, therefore glycerin is added and prevent the section from drying up. So this prevents drying of the section and make the parts more visible in the microscope. Okay? So add 1 to 2 drops of glycerine and then place a cover slip and next है remove stain, remove excess stain by help of filter paper. Remove excess stain by help of filter paper. Transfer the slide for viewing on microscope. First on low power. First on low power and then on high power. Is it clear? So I repeat it once more. For the preparation plant slide, take an onion, remove the outer dry scales of the onion and take a thin piece of, peel a thin piece of epidermal layer, which is below that. Now what you do, you take a section of the epidermal layer, place it on a clean glass slide. Place it on, after putting it on a clean glass slide, put 1 to 2 drops of iodine solution. You can use iodine solution or saffron solution. Iodine is yellow in color or yellow brown in color, or saffron is red in color. So that is this stain on the specimen. Leave it for 2 to 3 minutes so that the specimen gets stained. Then add 1 to 2 drops of glycerine. Okay, after adding 1 to 2 of glycerine, place it cover slip on it gently. After placing the cover slip, what to do? The excess stain will come out of that cover slip. You remove that excess stain by the help of filter paper. Then what you do? You transfer the slide for view on the microscope, first on low power and then on high power. As I told you that low power, the objective lens of low power is small in size. it won't damage the cell. So therefore, it is better to first observe it in low power of the eye objective lens, using low power objective lens, which is small in size, then transfer into the high power. Is it clear? So this was about the preparation of plant slide. We have done preparation of animal slide. We have done preparation of plant slide. Now a question might come, what is the difference between cell wall and cell membrane? So let's start with that difference between cell wall and cell membrane. We have done plant cell and animal cell differences. Now there may be some questions. What is the difference between cell wall and cell membrane? As I told you that it is better to make a two column. Is it a cell wall and cell membrane? What is the difference between cell wall and I am writing down the points. First of all, what is the cell wall? It is thick. The first point, it is thick. Cell membrane, it is thin. The first point. Now the second point, it is made up of sugar called cellulose. Made up of cellulose. What is cellulose? A kind of carbohydrate. And cell membrane, it is made up of fat and protein. Is it clear? Cell wall, thick in structure. Cell membrane, thin in structure. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, a type of carbohydrate. And cell membrane is made of fat and protein. The third point, it protects the animal cell. What does the cell wall do? It protects the animal, it protects the plant cell, sorry. It protects the cell wall, protects the plant cell. Third point, it is the outer boundary of outer boundary of a cell. Next point is cell wall is permeable. Means all things can pass through it. It is permeable. And cell membrane is impermeable. Cell membrane is partially permeable. It only allows those things to pass which are needed by the cell, and those things which are not needed by the cell cannot pass. And the last point, no control whatever enters the cell. Cell wall, no control and over here control the passage of material entering the cell. Controls the passage of material entering the cell. I repeat it once again. If question comes, what is the difference between cell wall and cell membrane? You will say cell wall is thick, cell membrane is thin. Number two, it is made of cellulose, a type of carbohydrate. Cell membrane, it is made up of fat and protein. Third point, it protects the plant cell The cell wall protects the plant cell. Cell membrane, it is the outer boundary of the cell. Next point, cell wall is permeable, whereas cell membrane is partially permeable. Permeable is partially permeable. So what happens? No control of whatever. You see through the cell wall, everything can enter. There's no control. Whereas cell membrane, it controls the passage of material entering the cell. So in this way, we have done this, the difference between plant cell and animals, cell membrane and cell wall. Now we come to the two more points. It gives support the cell. Next point is supports the cell when turgid. You see, when the cell becomes turgid, it suppose suppose the cell when turgid. Next, over here, osmosis occurs. You see, through the cell wall, osmosis occurs, but here it supposes the cell when osmosis does not occur. It supports that when the plant becomes turgid, it supports the cell. It maintains the gives shape to the maintains shape. Maintains shape of cell. And here, active transport also. Active transport occurs to the cell membrane. Okay, now these are the points, and you see it's better to answer according to the mark given. This if 3 marks come, you can give 3 points. If 4 marks come, you can give 4 points. So I've given the maximum points over here. The last 2 points I'll explain it again. You see the cell wall supports the cell. You see when the cell becomes turgid, it doesn't burst. It doesn't allow the cell to give. It maintains the turgidity. Whereas in animals, in cell membrane, osmosis can take place in cell membrane. So the last point is, you see this cell wall gives shape to the cell, whereas in cell membrane, active transport can take place. This was the difference between the cell wall and cell membrane. Now I'll give you little definitions of some of the points which might come, such as cell, what are organs, what are systems, what are organisms, small definitions. So but after that, you see the topic will be end, and then we'll discuss the questions if we get more time. So let's start with the small definition. This is the last part of the cell. Now, first of all, cell, definition of cell. It is a basic unit of life, basic unit of living organism. So the basic unit of living organism is, they are called cell. Basic unit of living organisms are called cell. Now the second thing is tissue. Tissue. You see many similar cells. Many similar cells working together. Many similar cells working together perform same function. And performing same function. Performing same functions are called tissue. Example. What are the example of tissue? I'll give you two examples. Number one is xylem cells. Xylem tissue, you can say xylem tissue. And the second example is muscular tissues. Xylem tissue in plants and muscular tissue in animals. Is it exist? Number three, what are organs? Several tissues working together. Several tissues working together. Several tissues working together to produce a particular function. To produce a particular function, forms an organ. Is it clear? Now, this was about the organ. I'll discuss it once more. Let's finish with the system. System. Now, collection of different organs. Collection of different organs. Collection of different organs working together. Collection of different organs working together to perform a particular function. To perform a particular function is called organ system. You can say organ system or system, same thing. And the last thing was organism. Organism. An organism is a collection of organ system. You can say different organ system. Different organ system. Working together is called organism. Now I'll explain it again. Question might come. Okay, what are cells? What are tissues? They can ask anything. They can ask what is organ, what is system, what is the organism. So you see in this small definition, you can easily remember in your mind. Cell, basic unit. You see all living organism, basic unit is cell. Tissues, you see similar type of cells combined together and forms tissues. I gave examples, xylem tissues, muscular tissues. What are organs? Several tissues. They work together to perform a particular function. That is called organ. Now, for organs, you can give example eye of an animal, leaf. You can give example eye, leaf. Over here, I'm writing down. One example is eye. Eye is organ. Okay? And leaf is also an organ. Now we come to system. collection of different organs working together to perform a particular function is called organ system. Now for a system, you can say circulatory system. Example, circulatory system. This is example. Okay. Now respiratory system, circulatory system, reproductive system, these are all systems. Now these in organism, all these systems, when they work together, they form an organism. Is it clear? So children, I'll repeat it once more. What is cell? Basic unit of living organism. What are tissues? Many similar cells. They work together. They form tissues. Example is xylem tissues and muscular tissues. Organ, different tissues work together to perform a particular function, forms an organ. Example, eye, heart, lungs, these are organs. When different organs combine together, they form system. Is it clear? Circulatory system, respiratory system, reproductive system. Now these different systems combine together and form the whole organism. Okay, children? But see you next time. I hope you have understood everything. You have enjoyed it. Let's meet on next lecture. Thank you.